Hey, it's Craig Chester,
And Micah Bedford,
and we're about to break down our new song Premonitions.
right now.
Here we go.
Turn it up, we're feeling good and we gon' be alright. Dance with devils in the pale moonlight. Make it rain, yeah, we're here to stay. Premonitions got me feeling this way. So take your time with it. Embrace my mind instead. How long should I pretend? Premonitions got me going round the bend.
So that was the hook. That's how we start the song, and we have the wonderful Symmetry singing this for us. I think the whole point of the song is to explain basically, like, we know what's coming. This is like the teaser trailer for what's to come. These are the premonitions that we're seeing, that we want you to see, and like get with us on this journey. Like, we've seen the premonitions, we've got to like see it through now. That was kind of the whole point of the hook when I wrote it. Show them a different path, different way, light up 100 blunts, blaze it in the same day. Intuition telling me that now the game's changed, hit the studio, but that shit feeling like a vacay. The thing that I kind of wanted to get across here is that you gotta have fun with what you're doing. You gotta enjoy what you do. And if you're not having fun, then you should not be doing this. Like, it's not for the faint of hearted. You need to enjoy every minute, you need to enjoy every second, you need to make it count. And I think that's what I was trying to say, that you can have fun and like get your shit done at the same time. And I think that's the best way to do things. Copying new deals, now I'm copying new feels. Dropping songs like you reels, drop the top, man, you see it. So I would say drop the top would be like your typical convertible kind of thing. I have an Alto, I don't have a convertible, but it's just like a phrase.
Aspiration.
Aspiration type
We're
of thing.
getting
Exactly, it's the premonition, right? But yeah, so it's basically
That's what's round the bend.
that's what's around
The MR2.
People drop like 3 reels a day, man. We can do that. We can write like 3 songs a day. We can write 5 songs a day, because this is just what we were born to do. Man, we're dropping down to Vagato. Parties last for hours long. Party like it's my reward. But man, this shit ain't all clear. You know what it's like when you go to Goa with your friends, and when you have some money to spend, it's pretty much all a blur, except for like, you remember certain things from it, but not the whole experience. I think production in itself for us is like that. You remember like bits and pieces, but it's difficult to like put the whole Humpty Dumpty together once you finished the whole track. We be chilling with the homies, yes, we be flying slow. All clear, man, was the rush. Now we out here, we're making songs. Parties out here, man, they still last for hours long, but the speakers playing our songs. We've been here at one point and it was a very different vibe, but now that we're at where we're at, the songs at the party are ours now, people be listening to us. We're basically our own idols at this point, we've got there, and yeah, and everyone's loving the shit, everyone's vibing. We'll be cruising through the night, nothing left, but it feels so right, feeling crazy, we taking flight. It's on till the sunrise, time flies, the limelight is mine, right? So this is kind of the part in the song where it's like he breaks out of that premonition and he's like, well, the limelight's not mine yet. That's what I was kind of going for. And I wanted it to go directly into like Micah's verse to show that, there's someone else in the limelight. That was the whole point of the flow. That was what I wrote, what I had in mind when I wrote the thing.
Everyone thinks I only want a red line. Matter of fact, I just want to sip the red vine. I'm good, times are hard, but I'ma get by. People asking for advice, they call me senpai. I feel like a lot of people can have this one-dimensional view of me at this specific point in time as this petrol head guy who just like likes cars and shit. Doesn't really care about anything else, but I've used this opportunity to explain that there's like multiple dimensions. I also like wine, so that means something. It's very deep and philosophical. I'm good, times are hard, but I'ma get by. That line gets a little bit of a taste of the fact that I'm doing like multiple part-time jobs and figuring out money so that my music can be independent of the money. It doesn't have to depend on the money. It doesn't have to be created to make money. It can just be me.
That senpai line go hard though.
Yeah, it does. That's actually been happening a little bit more recently, which is cool, It's gotten to a point where I have a decent bit of intuition and I can share some valuable knowledge with people who are getting into the game, which is a blessing. Yeah. That's really cool. Working through my nights, really all I need is God to bless I've been hitting beats at the park Muay Thai. I've been waiting long, but it's my time. That whole verse is like kind of a talking to myself type deal. You know how sometimes when you're a rapper and stuff, you just have to take the opportunity to encourage yourself and be like, I'm doing this shit, I've earned my place here and it's only going up. Because it can be a long time between anyone telling you that like, oh my gosh, your work is amazing or this or that or anything like that, especially in the current way things are going because of the lockdowns and everything. It's like isolation. So
True.
Yeah, sometimes we just gotta say it to ourselves. So I've been producing as well. I've been writing to my own beats. So that's been an interesting skill to develop for sure. So yeah, that line is a bit of a reference to that. Muay Thai. Metaphorical martial arts.
Love it. That's the new. That's got to be a track, dude. Metaphorical martial arts. I love it.
That's the one. We can have some
Eminem.
wordplay. Yeah.
MMM.
You can have the fast, choppy flow and the wordplay, bro.
Love it,
Everyone
love
will
it.
be like, you're so intelligent. Mr. Bedford in the building, he know how to hit it. All I use is the bars, you know I'm a villain. I've been making waves, you've been in the baby pool. I've been staying in my lane, I've been breaking all the rules. It's just like making a bit of noise, letting everyone know I'm around. Mr. Bedford in the building, a little nickname I was given. Hit it can mean a couple of different things, I'm sure you already know that, I don't have to explain. And I've been making waves, you've been in the baby pool. This is just me engaging in the typical like hip-hop back and forth,
Yeah.
you know, the boxing, right? I'm just sparring with the rest of these dudes out here. Because sometimes I gotta let them know that they're scum.
I love it. I love it.
I've been staying in my lane, I've been breaking all the rules. That line is kind of paradoxical because I have been staying in my lane. I've realized a lot about who I am and how much I can actually claim to be. But at the same time, I've realized that if you break rules tastefully, especially in music, it can be revolutionary, it can be really cool. And it can be something that people really appreciate, even if it's from a place that they don't expect, a person they don't expect. Working nights and I'm quiet, but I'm coming through. Got some heat in the engine, yeah, she's going vroom. Higher speeds than I've ever been before. It's a 3-line verse and it leaves a little bit of space at the end before we go back into the hook. But I thought it was a pretty strong way of going out. And it does make reference to my alleged car enthusiasm. Fair enough, it is really there, if I must break it to you. But yes, there's a lot more. There's a lot more coming. Craig and I might be dropping some things in the future. Let's see how it goes.
Man, we chilling in the shadows. Our clique is small. We good fellas. Already know that I'm De Niro, the straight and narrow. In ancient Egypt, I am the pharaoh. I bless you plenty. You are in Fendi? It kind of plays through a lot of themes, those few lines. It tells like a lot of stories in the middle. But it starts off with, we're chilling in the shadows. So we're working in the background. We're kind of not like up front yet. We're working to get there. And I'm a huge movie buff, so I had to throw in like a couple movie references. Of Goodfellas, one of the greatest ever. Robert De Niro, one of the greatest ever. Like such a huge influence on like my life as an actor, I would say. Why I went with the Egypt line is kind of ties into like the next bit about the whole Fendi thing, where it's, you know, we're kind of like in the moment, you know, enjoying ourselves, vibing life, and it's an illusion basically. Like, you know, he's in ancient Egypt, he's the pharaoh, he bless you plenty, but you wearing Fendi, so that's where it gets like, wait, Fendi? Like, what's happening here? And that kind of carries into like the next part. Am I awake or this a dream though? That's what it seemed though. So he's kind of like snapping out the illusion. Wait, what the hell's happening? Like, you can't be in Egypt, ancient Egypt, wearing Fendi, right? I mean, we totally rap that, but it didn't happen. So that shit weird though. Am I awake or this a dream though? That's what it seemed though. But I hit the spliff regardless what it is, cause it is what it is. And I be feeling good, feeling lit. Go around the block, we do a couple trips. Again, like what Micah said, it's just like one of those rapping things, you know, going around the block. Here a block is relatively smaller than what they have abroad, so you go relatively quickly. So you could do like a couple more trips around the block, I would say. The typical rap stuff, you know, I need to throw a couple lines in there just to vibe the song out. It is what it is, because it is what it is. And I mean, it doesn't get simpler than that. Like, you just get hit with the facts of life. If you try to play make-believe, life's gonna hit you with the facts. Shout out to the homie T. I devour the beat, my homie make it complete. This shit is too fucking sweet to give you chokers a piece. Kick your ass to the streets, but my revenge is complete. I had to do a shout out to homie Tauro, man, of course. We worked hard on this, and I think it's a good sign. I mean, early teasers that we've given to people, they've like loved it, and I think it's a good sign for things to come. Take my time, this shit, it really seemed too good to be true, but I'll still murder any fucking beat just to prove that I just got what it takes to make a record or two, and I'll just keep coming through and flipping these bangers for you. Bangers, I mean, like, it could be a song. Bangers and mash is a thing. I don't know if anyone's ever had those. It's fucking sick.
Oh yeah. It's good stuff.
We just really worked hard on this, and the song kind of like, you know, we're kind of working towards these premonitions that we're having. So you can stream the song on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. It's gonna be anywhere that you listen to music, basically. You can check out our track, and yeah, leave a comment, drop a like, and share.
There should be a link in the bio where you can listen to the song.
Down.
And also the
Up.
fucking information button that
button.
never goes away. It's somewhere here. Brent will place it correctly.
Fucking beaches to prove that I just got what it takes to make a record or two. Then I just keep coming through and flipping these bangers for you. It's new.